Hello, today I'd like to explain something regarding the SIKA EC7 process multimeter. Process multimeter means we have a combination of an DMM, that means a digital multimeter, plus a multifunction process calibrator. That means the EC7 can measure different signals and also generate source different signals. The setup of the device is on top we have a large display, different operating buttons and a rotary switch to select the desired function. Today I'd like to explain something regarding the ohm and the RTD measurement, and that means to activate the instrument I have to rotate the rotary switch to the right position. And on the display I see ohm and source. Source means I generate a signal. An ohm signal will be sourced, will be generated. Currently the function is switched off. By the selection switch on off we can switch it on and of course also off. And to have an ohm signal we have to connect the terminals on this position where we see ohms and RTD. So that means on terminal number 1 and terminal number 2. So I like to generate 0 ohms. On my instrument I also see 0.18 ohm. Everything fine. So I switch over to, for example, 10 ohms. I see 10 ohms. I switch over to 210 ohm. So that means then I see 210 ohm. It's switched on. It's switched off. By switching off, I see the value of the wires, including the electronics. And so I switch it on again. And I see again the 210.23 ohms. So everything is within the right value. Now I like to generate a signal of an RTD, for example, of an Pt100. And this RTD is mentioned in blue. So that means I have to operate these blue operating button, these blue push button. I push the button and you see I changed over to a different function, and so that means the device or the functionality is switched off, source is switched off, and in the upper line we see 0 degrees Celsius, and in the lower auxiliary display we see 50 ohms for kappa 50. To change over from a kappa 50 to a Pt100, we can use the range button. Kappa 50 and Pt100 is available, and at 0 degrees Celsius, of course, on a Pt100 we have 100 ohm. I switch on and I see then 100 ohm in this display according to the auxiliary display. And then I can increase also the temperature. I go to a selector switch and, for example, 290.1 degrees Celsius, 208.5 ohms. On my indicator I see 208.7 ohms. So everything is in the specified range. A Pt100, temperature and ohm generated, and the signal is coming out on terminal number 1 and terminal number 2. Yep, that's all.